Welcome back, Cubs. This video, we're going to go over some of the section review problems to give you some additional help on answering those problems before you submit them. So remember 8-3, we're talking about activity series. We're going to be using this chart here. Remember that elements appearing below our solo element in a single displacement reaction, it can replace that. So for example, calcium can replace all of these. Calcium cannot replace anything above it on the activity series. Same thing with the halogens. Remember, there's no crossover here. There's a line down the middle. So bromine can replace iodine because it's below it, but bromine cannot replace anything above it. Bromine cannot replace these two. Bromine can only replace iodine in this case. Okay, so let's take a look at 2A. We have solid nickel trying to replace hydrogen in liquid water. So we find nickel, that's our solo element, nickel's down here. And the box says does not react with water. So that one's pretty easy, no reaction. And that would be our answer for 2A. So make sure you're paying attention to these tan boxes here for the additional info. 2B, Shakespeare's favorite problem. So we have bromine plus potassium iodine. So we look at the solo element. That's bromine. It's trying to replace iodine. Bromine is an anion. Iodine is an anion. So anions replace anions, cations replace cations. So bromine's trying to replace iodine. We find bromine. It is above iodine, so bromine has more activity. It can replace iodine here. So we have K plus, Br minus. We do our switcheroo. We get KBr. Iodine was kicked out. Now, iodine is a diatomic, so we need to write I2. So bromine will react with with potassium iodide to produce potassium bromide and iodine. Now we can go back and balance this equation, throw in some 2's there to make sure that the number and type of atom on each side of the reaction, the reactant and product side, that they are equal. So that would be the answer to 2B. Let's take a look at 2E. 2E, we have magnesium reacting with cobalt 2 nitrate. So the solo element here is magnesium. It's trying to replace cobalt. Cations replace cations. Magnesium's a metal. When it's an ion, it has a positive charge. It's a cation. It's trying to replace cobalt here. So we find magnesium on our activity series. Magnesium can replace any of the elements below it. So cobalt is below it, so magnesium can replace cobalt. React with steam does not apply here. Reacts with oxygen does not apply here. So we will have a reaction. Magnesium will replace cobalt because magnesium is above cobalt. So magnesium has a 2+ charge. It's going to be combining with nitrate, which has a -1 charge. We do our switcheroo, crisscross applesauce, and we end up with magnesium nitrate, and cobalt was kicked out to the side. Now, cobalt is not diatomic, so it's just written as CO. So our equation will be magnesium plus cobalt 2 nitrate will react to produce magnesium nitrate and cobalt. Now we can go back and check to make sure that the equation is balanced. We have 1 magnesium, 1 magnesium. That's good. 1 cobalt, 1 cobalt, 2 nitrates, 2 nitrates. So that's our balanced chemical equation for 2E. So if we read, number 3 here, it says for each of the reactions in item 2 that will occur, write the products and balance the chemical equation. So for those equations that do react, we would have our balanced chemical equation here. Make sure you guys are utilizing the discussion board, email, and remind to communicate with myself and Mr. Bonventre. Have a great day, Cubs.